All right. So I'm gonna put my thoughts with the NBA season this season and what's gonna happen, what my prediction is, and um what is the outcome, what's gonna be like. So I think the best part I love about NBA is my favorite sport. Basketball is my favorite sport, and the one my Lakers are my favorite team. They've been my favorite team since 1996. So I'm not a bandwagoner. I'm not that type of person. I've had hats, and I'm a type of person who is a rep of the Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers. So my thoughts is the Lakers will win this championship, 2021, and my thoughts is like, okay, so NBA season. I like how John Wall went to he got traded for Russell, went to Houston. Can't speak today. Houston and DeMarcus. I feel like they do fit together. Those two players fit together because I saw them yesterday in the preseason. I can't speak today. When I watched them in the preseason, it was great. It was amazing. It was fun and exciting. I feel like they're gonna be great. Of course, the Lakers won against the Clippers, and yeah, we had no LeBron and all those players, but we still won. Montrezl Harrell, come on, Laker Nation, got it. We got this. Okay, my thoughts. Okay, about James Harden leaving Houston. That's just a tricky situation that he wants to go to a contender. Like, my dude, like, I understand you want to go, but you want to go to Brooklyn Nets. Let's hold your horses with the Brooklyn Nets, because if you go to Brooklyn, you think you're gonna be happy in Brooklyn because you have three dominant players. If he goes to Brooklyn, and my thing with Brooklyn is they're not gonna do that trade because they're gonna get rid of Karis LeVert, Dinwiddie, Allens, and maybe they have to get rid of Kyrie because of his contract. So I feel like he wants to go to Miami, so they're gonna get rid of. You think Miami's gonna get rid of Hero and Bam and maybe I think Dragic or something? No, they're not gonna do that because they're like everyone's like, oh well, LeBron did this and KD did this, but here's the thing with LeBron and KD. They both were free agents, so they could do that. And so they did that for a reason. But no, everyone's like, no, I think he should stay where he's at in Houston, play with John Wall and DeMarcus, because that's a great teammate right there. Having John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, really good players. And my other thoughts of LaMelo, great kid. I think LaMelo Ball is better than Lonzo Angelo. That's my opinion. I'm just saying it right there. Great player and great aspect for Charlotte. You know what? It's gonna take time. He's not gonna. Maybe it's gonna take a year or two, but he's a great player. And Chris Paul to the one at Phoenix, really good because I feel like we'll take a little bit pressure off of Devin. I think it would take off definitely a pressure off of Devin Booker. I think he doesn't have that. So Chris Paul has the ball in most of his hands, the ball. So that's the best thing. And let me see the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans are gonna do really well. And this is Zion's first full season, so I think they're gonna do really well. The Knicks. Damn. I think they're going to do also well because of this OG. I'm trying to think of his name. I'm so sorry if I messed up your name, but he's a really good player. I saw his game last night. I saw him like the highlights. He's a really good player. What else? There's these other teams, but I feel like it's going to be a crazy NBA season and and then the Clippers, the fiasco with the Clippers. To me, I feel like Paul George signed that deal because he's like, well, I want to stay here. But to me, I feel like he's not the same Paul George as he was when he was an MVP and his injury. If he didn't have that leg injury, to me, I feel like it would. To me, I feel like his leg injury was the only reason. Like, if his explosiveness is not there, come on, my dude. They gave him that much money, and you perform terribly in the playoffs. He's been doing that. So, and then he's like keeping promises, like what Indiana is like, I want to be here, but he leaves to go to OKC. He's like, I want to be here, but he goes to Clipperland. But we shall see. If that money is money, excuse me, if that money is gonna come, because sometimes money makes people perform less. Sometimes when you want that money, you perform to the highest standards. That's how I feel like it. And you shouldn't do that to yourself. I feel like you should put your aspect. If a team is going to pay you that much money, hey, you got to take the money. You got to take it. I think it's like when someone tells me, he's like, oh, LeBron made this much money. I was like, but LeBron James won his 4th championship with an MVP. So he deserves that money. And I feel like LeBron signed that extension so he could play with his son. And that would be super duper amazing if LeBron James Jr. came out and played with his father. And they won a championship. If they won a championship as a duo and a father and son, that would be super amazing. Because I think that'll be the first time ever. I think because the only time I remember was Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. They were playing in the same team. And if you guys didn't look at the highlights, they also did a home run back to back. So that would be super duper cool. I'm super duper excited for the NBA season. I'm an NBA fanatic. I'm gonna be watching my Lakers. And I've been watching the NBA, seeing what's going on, and putting it out there. Hopefully, it's gonna be super duper juicy. Cause look, and Giannis too. I'm sorry, I forgot about Giannis. I think Giannis needs to perform better, and he just needs the jump shot. He needs to be different. I think there was an analyst. What's his name? Damn, what was that guy's name? I'm trying to think of his name. Oh my gosh. Baron Davis? No. Gilbert Arenas actually was saying, and it's actually true, Giannis is actually the East Coast of James Harden. Because what does James Harden only have? His step back threes and going a Euro step and like that. What does Giannis have? His Panda Euro step and bulldoze. Once you go small ball with Giannis, which they've had in the past, I think 2 years, it made him not great. So look, like what is it called? They made him go small. Like they don't got like Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton can't do a lot of stuff. I feel like Drew Holiday could take that little off of Giannis. He can carry the ball and all that. So that's a good pickup. But Giannis needs to work on jump shots and putting all the onus on everybody else. And Ben Simmons too. You ain't off the hook. I know you got Danny Green and Dwight Howard, and you got a new coach, Doc Rivers. But like I said, Ben, you need to shoot some threes, go to the free throw line, make yourself better. And last, but maybe the Clippers again. Let's go back with the Clippers. I think the Clippers definitely having Tyronn Lue as their coach is a great, but it's not gonna make them go over the hump. Especially, there's teammates out there saying some stuff last year about Paul and Leonard. So I'm just saying, my theory is it's not gonna be good. Once You're not going to win the Western Conference Finals because LeBron James is there. The only time LeBron has missed the finals was 1 year, and that was 2 years ago. If you look at an aspect, LeBron James has been in the finals from, let me see, 2011? Yeah, 2011, right? He owned from, I think, 2019. 2019, that's when he missed the finals. So, out of those, I think it's like 8 to 10 years, he's been in the finals. He's been in the finals 10 years. That's super duper amazing. And I want to bring this up last year. When they say that was an easy finals, and that was an asterisk. Pat Riley said it was an asterisk. It was not an asterisk. That was the finals, no matter what. NBA Finals. Because if that was the case, why not give the Toronto Raptors the 2019 asterisk? Because they didn't have, Golden State didn't have Kyrie Irving. No, not Kyrie. What the fudge? Kevin Durant or Klay Thompson. So why not give them the benefit of the doubt? Why are you giving our team? I think this finals, last year's finals, the 2020, was the hardest finals because there was no fans. You couldn't do anything. You had to be in that bubble situation. But all in all, I gotta say this: Lakers definitely 2021 champs because they have a better team. They got a better bench. They got a better coaching staff. This is what's gonna happen. Just make sure to watch the 2021 champions. Lakers be champs because that's what it is. Clipper Nation, you ain't going to the Western Finals. You haven't been to the Western Conference Finals You haven't been to the Western Conference Finals. You haven't even got out of the second round. No, you've been in the second round, but so I'm just saying, watch out for the Lakers. I'm gonna definitely watch out for Phoenix, and Utah, but Laker Nation, we got this. I'm just gonna say, have a good day. Yeah.